Yeah. Mhm. I emailed some information today to those in law enforcement. Yeah. And I included with it the actual, I called it the expungement record. It was what I had agreed to when I left Guam. Yeah. Now, this was the petitioning for the dissolution of marriage. Yeah. And on the 28th of May, I was arraigned on the 29th. Yes. You said that I had violated the restraint provisions of the protection order. Yeah. And I didn't. I was found not guilty. Now, this, if I find out that my wife did not give you a copy of the conditions of my probation at the time of motioning the court for the dissolution of marriage, yes, I would have thought that the court had some additional concerns about how I was served and protecting my rights as the respondent. Yes. And I didn't see a copy of it in there when I got served and after I got out of jail when you arrested me at the same time as serving me. Yes. Now, I did actually read through the documentation that was provided to me. Poop. And when I contacted Healthy Families of Clallam County, approximately May of 2012, yeah. And then they alleged 20 days later that I was arrested. And I was arraigned on the 29th of May of 2012. Yes, yes. Um, I just want to make sure you understand that there could be some liability for the petitioner not giving to the actual Superior Court judge the conditions of probation when motioning the court for dissolution of marriage. Could be some liability. Hmm. Now, since I've had some difficulty getting my rights enforced, yes, I thought we'd go through what's known as an umbrella policy to start with. Yes. Could you get me all those in USAA? I understand they're one of these that if you've been in the military or you're a relative of somebody in the military, active duty, yeah. I just wanted to know all the umbrella policies of every individual in the United States military. Yes. Now, just going through this, okay, this insurance does not apply to bodily injury or personal injury, yes, sustained by any insured arising out of illegal discrimination or violation of civil rights. Yes. Now, this is important to you that have these umbrella policies that you know, okay, that the insurance does not apply to bodily injury or personal injury sustained by you as the insured, the individual that buys the insurance policy. Yes. Yeah. And if you, the insured, right, have sustained some sort of personal injury, yeah, that has arisen out of the illegal discrimination or the violating of your civil rights, yes, the insurance policy doesn't cover that. No. Just so you know, you need to understand who you, the insured, are. Yes. Now, just reading through some of the conditions of these umbrella policies, yeah. Could you get me all those for, well, for really every employee of every school district of the United States? You know, I'm going to sue. It's important that you understand the difference between who the insured is, yes, and then who it is that you're damaging. Oh. Now, if a claim is made or a suit is brought against any insured for bodily injury or property damage arising from an occurrence to which this policy applies, or for personal injury to which the policy applies, yeah, we will provide a defense at our expense by counsel of our choice, yes, even if the suit is groundless, false, or fraudulent. Oh. Mhm. However, we will not provide a defense to any insured for criminal prosecution or proceedings. If you get prosecuted for any crime, that would be principles of the crimes, yes. Accessories to the crimes, yes. Those that are aiding and abetting the accessories right now. Why don't you get me the actual umbrella policies of all the civil rights coordinators? Yes. All the oaths of office? Yes. And all those that are sheriffs and police officers? Okay. Get me their umbrella policies. Now, it's important that you read what the insurance does and does not cover. Yes. Now, personal injury means injury arising out of one or more of the offenses listed below, but only if the insured's act occurred during the policy period. Yes, you had to be insured at the time of the act of the crime. Are you employed right now? Give me the policies, the umbrella policies. Sheriff. Now, a series, yes, of similar or related acts by an insured, that would be any deputy sheriff, yes, any undersheriff, yes, any sheriff of any county, yes, any police officer, ooch, in any police department, any sergeant, yes, any police chief in any, right? Give me your umbrella policies. Multiple publications of the same statement and continuous or repeated injury from the same act or publication will be considered a single offense, an injury during the single policy period in which the first act or publication occurred. Oral, written, or electronic publication of a false statement that defames myself, Paul C. Budnick, ouch, that defames my 5 sons that are in the wrong grades, ouch, that defames Marilyn Van Proyen and Legina Ann Van Proyen. Give me the now, organization's character, a reputation, oral, written, or electronic publication of material that violates a person's right to privacy by publicly disclosing private acts. Yes, yes, yes. Now, this, yes, is a forgery. Oh, that's a forgery. Now, I want you to understand what malicious prosecution is. Now, give me the umbrella policies of every attorney in the United States and their individual law firms, their attorney oaths, their oaths of admission, and then give me their signed and subscribed oaths of office. Now, I did quite a bit of research this afternoon because I had some extra time. Yes, you did. And I spent some time on the laws of the state of Washington. I'll get into that in just a second. There is what is called victim related adjustment. An increase in punishment available under federal sentencing guidelines when the defendant knew or should have known that the victim bore a particular characteristic. Ouch. The victim was unusually vulnerable because the victim was homeless. Oh, homelessness right now is a particularly vulnerable condition. Yes, it is. See, I provided the literature from the Seattle Police Department. I emailed you the laws from the Seattle Municipal Code. Yes, you did. I emailed you pictures and additional documentation. Yes. But being that I am the victim, victim, a person harmed by a crime, tort, or other wrong, victimize and victimization. Now, it looks to me, yes, to victimize, to cheat or defraud someone, to treat someone abusively or unfair. Yes. And the related, victim related adjustment, I looked at the USSG. Now, let's say you have an umbrella policy. I'm going to sue you for the full amount. Give me the USAA, all of those that have been in the military. Oh, that because of their uniform service in the military, they were enabled, yes, to have a job in law enforcement. Yes. Then get me the umbrella policy. The umbrella policies. We're gonna talk about them.